Carolyn Dube here. Today I am playing with my trio of houses stencil from over at Stencil Girl. I'm using some dilution spray inks on it, and I am spraying generously. It's juicy. I want to get lots on there. And I'm spraying so much on there, it is probably going to run underneath the stencil, and I know that. I just want a lot of ink and color on there. And if that wasn't enough to make it all run, I'm going to hit it with some water from a spray bottle. The goal is to just have really, really wet, runny color on there. I'm going to pick it up and flip it over and immediately put it down on the paper. And when you're doing this, it really helps to have the papers you're going to use ready because it's a lot of runny color on the back of that stencil. I'm using the paper towel just to make sure that everything is touching the paper where I want it to, acting like a big old brayer. And then I am going to pick it up and see what I've got underneath. One of the fun things about this is you never know exactly what you're going to get, and I'm really happy with this print. It is, of course, a little runny there, especially up in that purple on the top, so I'm just going to roll the paper towel over it just to absorb those big puddles of ink. Well, here's what that first page looked like when I was spraying on gobs and gobs of ink. Well, there's so much ink on this stencil that, frankly, there's still ink on it, and I don't want to waste it. So I just shot it with some water over the trash can so it would drip in there. And I'm going to put the stencil down again, because why waste any of that ink? And I wasn't really in love with that sloppy spray ink stenciling that I had there to start with. So if I add another layer to it, it's not going to hurt a thing. And I really like how that looks. But you know what? I'll bet there's even still some more ink on this, and I'm going to squirt it again with water to see if I can activate any of that ink that's on there. And I'm going to put it down one more time in a different place. I'm going to use the paper towel to act as that brayer to make sure I've got adhesion and everything's being pushed down. And now what I've got is this great background that has lots of color on it. I've got some subtle pattern in there. This is going to make a fantastic background in an art journal. Thanks for joining me for some play in the studio today. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss a single video. And if you'd like to know more of what I'm up to, you can sign up for my newsletter. And if you think your friends would enjoy seeing this video, I'd love it if you'd share it with them. Thanks for joining me on this colorful journey.